very good evening to all our viewers. Thank you for joining us tonight on the evening review. My name is Evangelical. Tonight on the platform we are joined by Bishop Lukas Katenda. He is, of course, the Bishop of the Reformed Evangelical Anglican Church of Namibia, REACH-Namibia in short, as it's called. And he's here to just update us with some new developments within REACH-Namibia. Thank you very much, Bishop. It's always a pleasure. I think it's the first time this year that you're coming to the platform.
Indeed.
Yeah, so it's always a pleasure having you. Tell us about, some people believe that there's a new bishop at your church and that you are no longer in that capacity.
We thank you for inviting us. And your questions are always good. Yeah. And I'm always happy to answer them. Yes, we have Bishop Suffragan. In the Anglican ecclesiology, you have the metropolitan archbishops, and you have the bishops ordinary, who are running districts, episcopal districts. And you also have the bishop suffragan, who is kind of an assistant or a supportive bishop. And then you also have the bishop coadjutor. The coadjutor is specifically elected to succeed the incumbent.
Okay.
So in that order, I am a bishop ordinary of REACH-Namibia, and I have suggested to our synod for the past 3 years that given the episcopal nature of our duty and the dispersing of our churches in various regions, it will be necessary to have a bishop suffragan, not a coadjutor, but a bishop suffragan, who will be a rector of the local church. But in addition to that, we will add episcopal duties when necessary. And that is what we have done.
Okay. Yeah. So who is the suffragan, the bishop suffragan?
Bishop suffragan is the Right Reverend Nelson Ngifikepunye Ndakevonjo. Nelson has been my disciple, if you like, from the start. Someone alerted me of his potential in 2009, and I was able to go to where he was working. After finishing school, he was trying to make some money to pay for NAMCOL or something. So I managed to speak to him, and he agreed to go to the Bible College or the Theological Seminary. And he spent 2 years at the Namibia Evangelical Theological Seminary, and then 5 years at Paulinum. And for the past 6 or 7 years, he has been a church planter within REACH-Namibia, and we believe he was called by God, and we know him to be a faithful man, a God-fearing, a man of integrity, young obviously, but I have no fear whatsoever to have him consecrated and work alongside me as a bishop suffragan.
I see. Did you say that by virtue of that position, he is the next in line should the incumbent not be there anymore?
No, not necessarily. Bishop suffragan is a supportive bishop. Okay. And it's different from the bishop coadjutor. Bishop coadjutor takes over automatically. Okay. And normally bishops coadjutor are elected to succeed. If you hear the title, we are electing a bishop coadjutor. It's no longer for me to explain what a coadjutor means. It must ring the bell in the mind of whoever listening. But a bishop suffragan is always a supportive, it's always an assistant bishop, an assisting bishop. If he is to take over the bishop ordinary position, he must be elected again. Okay. There must be other candidates, and he can be elected again.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in the other one, they said is the bishop
Kajota. Bishop Kajota.
Yeah. That one, are they usually elected to become that, or how does one become that?
Yeah, as I say, in the order of bishops, in the church, you have the three, we call it three orders or threefold ministry. Bishops, presbyters or priests, or pastors if you like, and then deacons. We have three houses of ordained ministers. In the bishop's office, you have either an archbishop, who is the metropolitan. If Namibia was a big country, for instance, and you have many congregations and you have many bishops, then you can have an archbishop. But now Namibia, being small as we are, and the majority of us are Lutherans, and you have Catholics, you have Anglicans, you have that. We cannot have archbishop here because we do not have many people. And therefore, Namibia becomes a district on its own with a bishop, but falling under the archbishopric in Southern Africa. So the bishop you can have here is a bishop ordinary or a bishop of the diocese, as we say. But the bishop of the diocese can then have an assistant bishop who technically is called, in the English term, bishop suffragan. The easy word, assistant bishop. But the ecclesiastical word, bishop suffragan. Which is kind of it's kind of a vice president. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But vice president doesn't mean if the president is no longer there, the vice president takes over forever, unless you act. So the bishop suffragan can act. And if I retire, or if I die, or if I'm sick, I'm unable to perform the functions any longer, the bishop suffragan can act for a specific period of time, but he must call for elective synod that must elect either him or someone else. But there must be nominations of other ministers as well.
Absolutely.
The Kajota is specifically elected to succeed. If I call that I'm calling for the election of a Kajota, then everyone else who understands the Anglican ecclesiology knows already that the man is going to retire soon. That is why he's calling for a Kajota. But if I'm calling for a suffragan, I'm not calling for a successor.
So is that why in the hierarchy of REACH-Namibia, you have yourself as a bishop ordinary, you have a bishop suffragant, that is Reverend Ndakabonjo, and then you have the Secretary General, Reverend Lazarus Hakwake. The reason why you don't have a coadjutor now is because it's not a position that exists. It must only exist once you are moving towards exit.
When you are moving towards exit and you want to prepare someone before you exit, then you can call for a coadjutor. Sometimes you exit and they just elect directly. A coadjutor will work with you for 2-3 years. Maybe it's, you want to make sure the person understands the role. Then you can have a coadjutor.
Under which
and the suffragan can become a coadjutor.
So under which circumstances may the bishop ordinary vacate that position? What are the
requirements? Are that our constitution says all our clergy must retire at the age of 68. When you are 68, it's mandatory retirement. But the elective synod can extend the tenure to 70 years. And I think in Africa that is the end. In the United States or in England or wherever, they can go up to 72, given the health or something. But we have also a fear now of having a dead wood, a person who is not very good.
Yes.
And staying there forever, and people are tired and so on. Sometimes now constitutions have changed, and we say a bishop can stay for 10 years, and there must be a review
of their work.
After that review, then we must go to synod on a secret ballot if this bishop must continue, or he must go back to the local church to become a pastor of the church, so that another person takes over. So there is a way to remove him peacefully. And there is also a way to remove him if he is not adhering to the constitution of the church, especially to maintaining the doctrine, ensuring peace and harmony among the people, not only of his church, but the whole country. In other words, the bishop is not allowed to bring scandal of any kind to the church. It's not very good.
Are you the first in your position for your church, or have you succeeded someone yourself?
No, I am not the first one. The first bishop is Peter Kalangula. But Peter Kalangula died, and there was a time of vacancy there. For a long time, there was a trial to bring someone from South Africa. But for cross-cultural reasons, South Africans were hesitant to take the position in Namibia. And for that reason, prayers and consultations and what must happen, for that reason, I am there.
Okay. Since when have you been there?
2019. But Peter Kalangula died in 2008.
Oh, that was a long period.
That was a long period of
absence.
Absence. It's a question of who is able to do the work, who is also willing to do the work. It's not just ability. It's also a matter of willingness, because working in the church is poverty. There is no money there.
Because I was coming to that question to say, how do clergymen survive? Actually, you have kids, you have families. How do churches pay their people? How does it work in REACH-Namibia?
Yeah, well, in the Anglican in general, we believe in some countries it's a federal system where the local church is responsible for its affairs and its own budget and pay its own clergy. In some countries there is a central fund that distribute then these little funds that comes in equitably to all clergy who are full-time. In our context, when I was secretary in the Anglican diocese now, and now here in REACH, we have the central fund. We collect a little bit of money that we can get, and we budget together, and this is how we survive. Unfortunately, it's not impressive amount of money. Sometimes it is 3,000, sometimes it's 4,000. Sometimes it's 5,000. It's as far as we can go. We can go as far as 5,000. In other words, because we are many, we cannot pay someone on the market-related salaries. We don't do that. We don't have money. But we also receive some gifts from people locally, and also our colleagues in South Africa or in Australia or in UK, but it's not guaranteed that they will be doing that.
It's a very difficult job.
Yeah, it's a difficult work.
Okay. We go for a very short break and return soon with Bishop Katenda. Our conversation on the evening review continues with Bishop Lukas Katenda. Now, Bishop, you are also a man of, you don't just focus on the church, you are an observer of things, the country, socially, politically. What do you make of the first 100, it's not even 100 days, because I think this week actually marked 4 months since President Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah took over the country. What is your assessment of her administration so far?
Yeah, thank you. One of the reasons why we have the bishop suffragan is to balance the public work and the ecclesiastical work. Sometimes I'm attending issues of public interest, and then I am also needed at a church. So we need to divide our role on that level. That's why I need that support. For us as a church, we are following keenly on the leadership strategies and posture of the 8th administration under the leadership of Meme Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah. Very interesting. She's a woman, as we know.
And she's originally from your village.
And you want me to disclose my interest? It's not only from the village. There's a relationship there.
Okay, wonderful.
Yeah, so I always refrain, you see. I don't want to be seen to be overpraising her or something like that. But I can say that, well, from leadership point of view, there is a bit of quietness among the political echelons. I don't know if that quietness is something cooking behind the scenes, but I can see there's a bit of quietness and stability. There's no vindictiveness that we are used to as far as men leadership is concerned. Men are always dismissive, combative, and all that. From that level, I see a bit of quietness, a bit of stability. But that doesn't mean the situation on the grassroots, on an ordinary person, has dramatically changed. And I think it will be unfair to say things must have changed dramatically. We still have 4 years and some months to see what she will be able to do. But in the meantime, the women leadership, I was in Cape Town last week for a meeting on ending violence against women and girls, and girls empowering women and girls and so on. I spoke proudly about our country, that on that Maputo protocol, protection of women, making sure they participate, they are safe and secure in our environment. I said Namibia has gone quite ahead. It's the only country where you have the president as a woman, the vice president is a woman, speaker of National Assembly is a woman, powerful ministries are held by women, foreign affairs, finance, home affairs, health, education, information, all of these, even environment and tourism. Many people don't know that our Ministry of Environment and Tourism is important because it contributes a lot to our GDP. And many countries can only think about this, can only dream. They can never come near by that. And let's make this as a women season. Let's make peace with it and allow women to lead us as councillors, as mayors, as what. It's their time. Men have also been leading, and we have seen not a big impact. Let's give them a chance to prove themselves. So far, I think on that level, we have done better. But what about the ordinary person in the village, in the location, a young person who's graduated and has no job? Our health system, our education system, we are yet to see more
to feel that impact. What about the promises that have been made, Bishop? I look at what many people believe are too ambitious, too unrealistic. Free university education in 2026 already. I mean, people are saying, look, if it was just to say throughout my term, at one point, we are going to have free university education, but to say, starting from the 2026 academic year already, We've seen the promise of $3,000 for old age pension being also packed. A few things. Stadiums will be built, and there will be a lot of them. 5,000 houses in Commerce region within the next 12 months. People saying no, it's simply not practical.
Well, I don't know how is this free education different from the current NASFAF provisions.
Yeah.
Because for me, this NASFAF thing is again free thing.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people have returned their loan. I'm still retaining mine from many years ago.
Yeah.
And for me, it has been free already. Only that maybe we didn't make it universal.
Yeah.
We think those who are doing this course, we cannot sponsor them or what have you. I don't know. But I just believe that it's a continuation of what we have been doing. I don't know how it will be different.
Yeah.
I'm yet to see. I will cross the bridge when I get there. Yeah, it's good to be ambitious. It's good to have all these fancy ideas, but the reality on the ground will always say, hello, just wait a minute. For many years, our old age pensioners have been receiving this 1,000. I remember it is coming from less than 1,000.
Yes.
And when we were less than 2 million, we didn't do 1,000. Now we are 3 million plus, if this census is something to go by. Are we really sure we can do that?
Yeah.
And this is the only fear I have, that this 8th administration is having a mammoth task. What previous administrations could achieve when we were lesser, could this be achieved when we are more? Yeah, it requires a tough work, really.
Absolutely. There's also a lot of ministers, senior ministers, who didn't make it. Some people are saying, look, it's okay, you can't be minister for life, you're not entitled to be a minister. But others saying that the cut was too deep, that that institutional memory that the country needs is gone with the majority of those people.
Yeah, I don't have really sympathy for many of them.
Yeah.
I don't have really sympathy for many of them. Although I sympathize with an idea that we needed a proper transition. We just talk about how do you prepare young people for leadership. Who knows if Nelson will become a bishop ordinary one day. Maybe I'm leading there. We needed new blood, but I think we needed also a proper transition. And I'm not so sure if this was not proper or it is proper. Those who are in charge, I think they have done a good job. They have done analysis, they have studied, they have had conversation, and I hope they thought that this was a good thing to do, to invite all these new people. They were not even in the list of those in parliament and so on. And some people obviously are disappointed, but everything was constitutional. That was done. It was constitutional.
Absolutely. Are you praying for the 8th administration as the church
to succeed?
To succeed?
Oh yeah. Ordinarily, the Church of England is a state church, and the prayer book is designed in a way that we pray for all aspects of life, including the government. You pray for the president, you pray for the cabinet, you pray for kings and the queens and the headmen and all people in authority. We pray for them, mentioning their names. And every Sunday we remember the president and the government, that they may lead this country in the way of peace, in the way of justice, and making sure that resources entrusted to them are distributed equitably, equally, and fairly. this is our view. We don't just pray, we also just talk about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bishop, for coming through.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, wonderful. That is Bishop Lukas Katenda returning to the platform to first and foremost brief us about the new changes at the church, REACH-Namibia, but also weighing in a little bit into the 100 days of the new administration. Thank you for watching.